Hi and welcome to Everyday Blogging with Rich Pasini. Today is March 25th, 2019. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to start off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. I hope you like the content and come back for more. Today I'm going to be doing the reseller news. I got a lot of windows open up, so let's get right to it. Okay, the first story goes on to say here, and this the information is coming from e-commerce bytes. And if you would like to follow up on it, the URL is www.ecommercebytes.com. For those who are new, I do not read everything verbatim. I will expand on each topic, and the rest is up to you if you want to pick up where I left off. The reseller news is for informational purposes only. I voice some of my opinions, but they're based on my own, related experiences with certain issues I have with selling on any of these e-commerce platforms. So, you can take it for face value for what it's worth, but that's what it's all about. So the first story is the pros and cons of eBay's pilot fulfillment program. I'm going to talk a little about it, and then we're going to leave here. I'm going to read on it, and then we're going to go to the next one because I got quite a few windows open up. It goes on to say eBay invited more sellers to participate in the fulfillment program, pilot program that we wrote in January. The fulfillment for eBay program is part of eBay's effort to compete with Amazon and offer shoppers faster shipping for items ordered from its sellers. An invitation featuring the headline, "You'll sell it, our partners do the rest." eBay explained that its partners will pick, pack, and ship seller orders. It did not provide the name of those partners. One seller who received the invitation said he did not currently plan to participate. He cited 3 reasons for his reluctance to join the pilot program. One, says over here, I keep my inventory lean, and sometimes it takes up to 90 days for my products to be made and delivered to me. I'm not very confident in eBay at this time. I've also seemed to remember something about a few fulfillment warehouses that closed down last year or the year before that had sellers in a disarray. Scary. Now, I remember reading about this here, folks, a while back, hearing about it. I am not familiar, I'm not, thrilled over it. I am not going to participate in it if I do get an invitation for it. I don't know. I just been hearing too many things. This is just one story I heard this gentleman's expressing. But for me personally, I am not going to get involved with the, eBay's fulfillment program if I do get an invitation. However, if you guys are out there or some people are using it and you had a good experience, please share it with us. Drop it in the comment below. Let's move right along. Okay, let's see here. This one is over here, another story. This came out March 21st, 2019. And for those who follow me on this here, you know I like to, shoot out the dates there for the simple reason I want you to know it's not something that's 3 months old or 3 years old. I like to share it off. Or sometimes I do revert back to older time spans. When it comes to certain things, but it's just to bring a point across. But for the most part, I always like to, throw out the dates so you guys know it's recent, recent news. But anyway, this goes on to say here, does eBay have a buyer for its classified business? Okay, it goes on to say eBay may have a buyer for its classified business. Europe's biggest publisher, Axel Springer, is interested in buying eBay's classified business, report Fortune, citing German trade magazine Capital. Now, these are all active hyperlinks, folks, so if you click on this here, you can read a little more about that. It goes on to say, while eBay Classifieds never took off in the U.S., internationally, it owns a number of big names, including Kijiji, are popular in Canada. The business is important to eBay. The head of eBay Classifieds Group, Alessandro Capo, is one of only 11 top executives featured on eBay's Our Leaders page. But activist investors began pressuring eBay in January to consider selling the classified group as well as the StubHub tickets marketplace. Okay, again, I expanded a little on this here once before. I remember talking about this here. I thought it was nice in the beginning. They did have it, I think, at the U.S. at one time, and it wasn't really something to write home about, to be honest with you. It seemed okay. I mean, they still have Kijiji going on in Canada. If you ever type in classified ads for eBay, you'll probably most likely get the one that says Kijiji over here. It's right over here, and it is very popular in Canada. And it's basically everything that's on there on that site is all Canadian, as far as I know. From the last time I checked it, I'm not really crazy about it. I don't think I'd get involved with the eBay classifieds, not for anything. But I think I'd rather just do local stuff, use Facebook Marketplace, and maybe Craigslist to sell my stuff locally and stuff like that, as far as that part goes. But if you guys had experience with that again, if you want to share it with us, please do. Okay, let's move right along. eBay seller paints grim picture of diminishing profits. This came out March 24th, 2019. And it goes on to say, sitting down at the kitchen table stacked with returns, a spreadsheet showing deteriorating profits, an eBay seller made heartfelt plea for better conditions. It says, we're all years dedicated to building the business on eBay for naught. The seller asked rhetorically. Among the challenges that the clothing seller described in a post on the eBay discussion boards were shrinking margins, faulty search, constant change, and abusive returns. It goes on to say here, just to expand a little, I found myself making so much less money than I did even 1 year ago, that I am literally appalled at the thought of how many times has been wasted. For what purpose did I devote all those precious hours to eBay? So I could see my earnings plummet. My stress level goes up, and only now to have a dreadful realization that I should have been putting my best efforts elsewhere. Tell me that it is all just imaginings and a tired seller's overworked mind. That's this eBay right now. It is not what I wasted all these years on. Then it goes on here to say the sellers estimates their costs rose dramatically over the past year after eBay removed the 20% final value fee discount and due to higher postage and higher rate of returns. You know, folks, I share the same sentiments this person's talking about, all right? I've seen a big drop in sales myself, to be honest with you. I don't want to sound like a, doom and gloom, but I don't know how much more longer I'll be selling on this platform. I think it's not going to be long after I will be heading back to a 9-to-5 job because you're not making the salary is not. I'm not making the salary like I should be, and it's kind of sad and kind of depressing. I feel this person's pain. I don't know. I think with everything going on, with all the new programs that they're rolling out and stuff, I think it's more hurting than helping. That's my personal take on it. I don't know how you guys feel about it. If you want to, share any of your experiences with the changes going on, and let me know what you think, or let us know what you think, that'd be greatly appreciated. But yeah, I feel for this person. I also feel for myself and everybody else that's going through the same crunch there as far as like not making sales. The sales that do come in are very far and few, and it's not even becoming a livable salary, to be honest with you folks. So I think as time goes on, it becomes more competitive. I think you're going to see a lot of people jumping off of eBay and maybe other platforms because they just can't, make a livable income off it. Why hang in and invest money into something? It's a poor investment at some point. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm more of an optimist than a pessimist, but I'll see. I'll keep you guys posted. But let's see what goes on here. Let's read the next one here. eBay sold listings go missing for some users. This came out March 23rd, 2019. We've been getting reports from our readers who can no longer find sold listings on eBay, though it may be caused by a technical issue, right, related to a browser. Have you received reports regarding eBay hiding sold listings? One seller asked us yesterday. I was able to view them with no problem. Today, they are shown for a split second and then disappear. It's funny this person brought this up. I noticed the same thing. I could definitely confirm what this person's saying, because I've had it where I would do a search on eBay. Don't exaggeration. You guys may have experienced the same thing. I would type in one of my own items to test it out to see how it's being searched on eBay's website. And do you know, it would pop up really quick and then disappear? And then you would have other stuff there that's not even related to your item on top, and your stuff is on the bottom. I don't know if you guys experienced that, but I have. And I could at this time, I could definitely attest to that there, that I noticed the same thing what this person's talking about. At least for me anyway. I mean, I very rarely have eBay issues in some cases, but I have to honestly say this one here rings a bell with me because I had it a couple of days ago. I was checking stuff out, and I noticed the same thing. I don't know if you guys experienced it, but if you did, please share it with us. Let's see here. And then it goes on here. I'm just going to read at the bottom here. I'm not going to read the rest of this here. It says, in the discussion, what happened to the completed listings? A user responded, turned my ad blocker off and it worked. Okay. Now, I don't know if I have ad blocker on. I'm using the, what do you call it there? I'm using Google Chrome. So I think they do have an ad block. I'm not sure. But I'm going to try it out myself. But I wasn't aware of this here. But that's why I want to share this information with you guys as well. As I said it once before in my other videos, it's a learning process for both of us on both sides, for you and me. That's why I do the reseller news. But if this person's saying turn off the ad block and it worked, it says over here, so eBay is now making it so you can't see completed listings if you have an ad blocker. All right. Well, if that's the case, then if a lot of potential buyers out there have the ad blocker on, I guess they're not going to see your listings as well. But keep that in mind, folks. And if you want to read up on it or follow up on it, you know the URL. Let's keep moving right along here. This one over here came out March 23rd, 2019. Could Uber lawsuit have implications for online marketplaces? Okay, this one goes on to say, could lawsuits filed against Uber have implications for online marketplaces like eBay and Amazon? The situation outlined in the lawsuit doesn't directly apply to online sellers, but if marketplaces or payment services fail to provide certain user data, they could be vulnerable to such lawsuits. Wow, okay, I wasn't aware of this here. In the case of Uber, UK drivers sued the company in full over EU's GDPR regulations, and CNBC reported on another lawsuit against the company on Friday. All right. I'm not going to get too much into this here. If you get a chance, folks, when you do go to this website, read what the comments there. I love reading the comments because people voice their opinions and stuff like that. I love to hear. I love reading what they always have to say. I do get a takeaway from it, from their stuff though they put out there. You got to check it out if you get a chance. Read the comments on this website here if you get a chance. Okay, let's move right along. Seller pays the price for mistakes in eBay product catalog. I think I did this the other day. It says, Dear Ina. They're writing to Ina Steiner, who is the owner of E-Commerce Bytes. Dear Ina, I just wanted to let you know that I received a SNAD, not as described, complaint from a buyer stating I shipped the wrong item. I sold them a pair of brand new in a box fry boots that when they received them stated I shipped them the wrong color and the measurements do not measure up with my info. And then it goes on to say I asked them what was wrong with the item, and they stated I shipped them a pair of charcoal colored boots, and the listing stated gray, and the measurements were wrong. It said over here I stated on my listings says charcoal color, and nowhere in the listing with the word gray. They messaged me back and the product with the product catalog info eBay provided them, and that was nowhere on my listing and was for the wrong pair of boots, not mine. Be careful when it comes to things like that there. Sometimes, they have those pre-formatted, what do you call it, when they give you their sites there, they give you all the information. I'm trying to think of the word off here. I can't think of him. I'm looking and trying to think at the same time with this stuff here. When they have all the stuff laid out there and you click it on, when you're doing a search, if you're searching for a specific item, and you'll get all the pre-formatted information on there. Don't always go by that there, folks. Do it manually, do it how you see it, get the information off. If they're brand new in a box, pull the information off right there and then. Sometimes I know, like I saw some of my daughter's shoes and they were brand new pairs. They tell you the make of the shoe, of course, and the model, what it is, like what kind of shoes are out there. Stacked shoes, high heels or clogs or whatever. They usually give you information. Sometimes I have the UPC code in it, which most of the time they do. That's another way of getting all the information, the vital information you need for that. But for the most part, when it comes to things like this, folks, just do it manually. Don't always go by eBay's product catalog. Don't always go by that there, because sometimes the information that can be posted and it can be wrong. And if I'm not mistaken, I thought I heard once before when it comes to their eBay catalog, I could be wrong, that they base it off of other people's input too. So be careful with that, okay? Be careful. I'd rather do it manually. And pretty much I do all my stuff manually, so I don't always depend on eBay catalog. All right, so just keep that in mind. Let's move right along. Here's another one over here. Consequences came out March 21st, 2019. Consequence for using eBay cancel out of stock feature. Somebody else again wrote in, probably a buyer or a seller, no doubt. Dear Ina, please remind your readers of eBay sellers check their preferences on out of stock option OOS. If that box is checked, then all fixed price guaranteed to close listings, even those that are for a single item for which you have no quantity, all your goods or cancel listings will automatically be OOS, GTC. Okay, out of stock option. Yeah, you got to be careful with that as well. That's also the responsibility of the seller. I myself had a situation like that there. I wasn't, well, this was like I was first getting started with this here full time. I had like multiple items, and I was doing I was doing the same item. They were all different multiple ones, but I was doing it separately. And all you had to put in there was the quantity and stuff. So just make sure. Now, eBay should have, if their system is set up right, it should be auto deducted. So if you, like right now, for example, I have Medal of Honor, I think it was Medal of Honor, or one of them there on the website, on their listings. I think I have a total quantity of 5 of them, and it's in their quantity. So each time one sells, it should automatically come off, you know. But if, for the most part, if you're experiencing stuff like that, where you're having a problem where it's not, taking the number off, counting down, you might want to go in there and do it manually. So be careful with that as well. I didn't have this problem with this yet, okay? But just be careful with that, folks. Let's move right along here. Okay, what would you want your tax refund sent to PayPal? Okay, yeah, it says, would you want your tax refund sent to PayPal? No, absolutely not. It's come out March 24, 2019. No, I want the refund to me. It says, if you're due to get a tax refund this year, would you prefer it be sent directly to your PayPal account? That was an option. That's an option for U.S. taxpayers if you have a PayPal cash card. Business owners can also now use their PayPal account to pay their small business taxes through the PayPal Small business owners can even pay over time with the PayPal credit, according to the company spokesman. No, I'd rather have when it comes to a refund, I want to go into my personal account. I want to be able to manage the money. I know you could probably do the same thing with the PayPal account, but I like to put everything in my personal account. This way I know where it is, and I know how to manage my own money. I'm not really crazy about somebody else holding my cash. That's why I'm not too crazy about the eBay's managed payment system. I thought I heard where they're going to hold on to the money, supposedly. I don't know how true it is. You hear different stories from different people, so that's yet to be seen. Me, on the other hand, I didn't opt in for the managed payment plan, so I'm going to see how that goes. But in regards to PayPal, if I did get tax refund, I'm not going to opt into that there. But for those who want to use it, I'm not saying PayPal is bad. I just don't want to do it that way. I like to have everything under one account. I don't want to have to deal with PayPal and deal with my own business, my own personal accounts. I like all the money. And matter of fact, when I make a sale on eBay, it goes into my PayPal account. I transfer it right over to my personal business account, and I draw on it from there. So I'm not too crazy about that. But maybe you guys might like it. Let's go right along. Let's move here. Okay, eBay and Amazon see an opportunity in rural America. This came out March 24, 2019. eBay and Amazon see an opportunity in rural America and are calling for better resources to unlock the digital potential of rural sellers. There are 37 working age adults in the rural U.S. who account for close to 15% of all of the adult population, but annual revenues of these rural businesses represents only 3.7% of the total gross revenues in the U.S. economy, according to Amazon. Well, if they see, I could see that happening, folks. To be honest with you, if you get people that live out in the Midwest and they live like in a farmland area where they're like maybe an hour away from the city or whatever, an hour, 2 hours away, or they're in some cases miles away from it, to going into the city, and where it's going to take time to get there to and from. I could see people buying off Amazon or eBay. And yeah, if they could see the opportunity, I definitely, I'm all for it. Matter of fact, some cases, I would think in rural areas, e-commerce business would do better, to be honest with you. I mean, I know myself, I'm speaking only on my own behalf. If I lived out in a place where I'm really far away from the city, about an hour and a half or maybe 2 hours away, I have to go into the city to do grocery. Now, if you're going to do grocery shopping, sometimes you have to do it once a week. But if it comes to like leisure shopping, like, I'm going to shop on eBay and Amazon, I'd rather buy off of them instead of going into the city, Food is one thing, unless you have a delivery service. Like over here in New York, we have a service called Peapod with our local supermarket. And if you want to do all your shopping, well, it's for people in the local area, of course. You could do your shopping online, and this company called Peapod will deliver your groceries right to your house. But you do pay a fee. But that's different. I'm just using it as an example. I mean, for me, my supermarket's right down the block from me, so I don't need that service either. But for people who do live far away, in regards to doing leisure purchasing, or let's say they got to buy clothes or they got to get certain things, eBay and Amazon would be the best way to go. So yeah, I could see an opportunity in rural America as well. So let's move right along. Looks like the windows are getting nice and short. This one here came out March 23rd, 2019. Tax exempt buyers now able to purchase on eBay. It says buyers who are exempt from paying state sales tax can now purchase items on eBay without being incorrectly charged tax. Word of this development comes not from an eBay announcement, but from the reader who forwarded us an email he received on Wednesday. It says over here, eBay began collecting sales tax from buyers located in certain states this year, thanks to the marketplace facilitator laws. Okay. Well, that's good to hear. That's a good note, right, for some people, like I said, especially for people who are tax exempt. That's pretty good. So I'm all for that. I'm happy about that. That's pretty decent news. Let's move right along, folks. eBay cements reputation as daily deals site with new promo. This came out March 22nd, 2019. eBay is further cementing its reputation as a daily deals site, which launched on a Sweet 16 Deals shopping promotion. This despite the decline of the daily deals fad for several years ago. The 16-day promotion excludes most of the items on its marketplace instead of focusing on the available items from its eBay.com deals website. eBay said that in the past that only the most trusted sellers are allowed to participate in the platform. I didn't even get any notification for that. So I don't care. It doesn't really bother me. I mean, I didn't hear anything about much of that. I remember reading about it, but I'm not really into that right now. But for those who are, want to get some good deals, it runs from March 24th through April 8th. So again, and it says over here, the promotion kicks off just on those dates I just stated and spans sports memorabilia, home, tech, and fashion categories. Each day, eBay will launch a new offer at 8 a.m. Pacific time. So keep a lookout for that, folks. You can save some cash, right? Why not? Okay, let's move right along. Flood-related shipping delays in some parts of the U.S. This came out March 21st, 2019. In between the winter and hurricane seasons is spring, but nature's not taking it easy in many locals. This year, the pictures coming in from southern Africa and from southern Africa from the tropical cyclone Idai are heartbreaking. Okay, it goes on to say here in the U.S. parts of the Midwest and devastated due to severe flooding, USPS service alerts show some post office in Nebraska and Iowa is still impacted. This might be a page to keep handy. Okay, now this is an active hyperlink here in case you're shipping to folks in the middle of the country or expecting orders from there. It says UPS also suspended pickups and deliveries in various areas, parts of Iowa as of right now. Oh, this is interesting. PBS NewsHour reported. Okay, I didn't know about this one here. It's saying there's more damage to come. PBS NewsHour reported that the worst of the flooding so far has been in Nebraska, southwestern Iowa, and northwestern Missouri. And the National Weather Service is warning that flooding in parts of South Dakota and northern Iowa could soon reach historic levels. Okay, that's basically the whole page there. Well, I don't know what else to say, folks. This is what if there are buyers in those countries or states to be aware that there will be a shipping delays in some of those parts of the U.S. because for the simple reason, just as stated here, you can't do business with severe flooding and stuff in certain areas. So that's a given. All right, let's move right along here. eBay sellers should review changes of item specifics. March 21st, 2019, eBay announced the changes to item specifics on Thursday. The news was related to earlier seller update changes announced in February when eBay said sellers could optimize their listings for product-based shopping by providing a complete and accurate item specifics to their listing. It says previously eBay has required that sellers associate their listings with the products in their eBay catalog when they listed. Okay, now in some cases they will have that, where you can get that information there, the item specifics. Like when you click on there, it'll tell you if you find, like if you go to find an item and you might see it. You know, like, you know what I'm talking about? It'll say, is this your item? Click it on. I'll have all the specifications of that particular thing if it's electronics. In some cases, they don't always have that. Again, if you could do it on your own, when it comes to, you know, putting your items on eBay, you're listing them, do it all manually if you could. If you have the product in front of you, or you could also do a Google search if you need to get specs. That's what I do if I buy something, which most of 99.9% of the stuff I sell is pre-owned. But if it comes to electronics, I will do a Google search on the specs, and I will pull the information up from there, and then I will, use it for I'll put in my description, if it's electronic item, whatever. But you're better off doing things manual in some cases, folks. I had too many experiences with things like this here, and I'm not too crazy about it with eBay. Like I said, they're doing all these changes and stuff like that, and I don't know. I'm not too crazy about it, but just be careful with that stuff when it comes to item specifics and all that stuff. Be careful, because sometimes you're better off doing your own research and putting it in there, because eventually, if you do something that's not gonna meet up or keep up with the eBay standards, you're gonna end up having yourself a problem. So be careful with that. Let's move right along. eBay will address GTC billing issue in May. This came March 21st, 2019. In case you missed it, one day after eBay rolled out the good till cancel GTC mandate, the company said it would be addressing an important billing issue raised by sellers that had caught executives and managers off guard. It says the update was pinned to an announcement originally written by eBay Vice President and Seller Experience Harry Temkin. He posted the message on March 1st on a special discussion board set up to address eBay seller update, writing in part. And it goes on to say here, we are also aware of the concerns about the 30-day auto renewal period not syncing monthly billing not syncing with the monthly billing cycles. We will look into this here. Thank you for your patience. Now, I just took off yesterday. I think it was 5 of them that were already getting ready to auto renew, and I just ended them right there and then. And it gives you the countdown too. It'll tell you like you got 14 minutes left or whatever. I have to watch it. I do that there when I see ones that any of my listings are going to end within a day or so. I will keep track of it, and when I see a countdown to like the last 14 or 10 minutes, I will go into my my listing and just end the ones that are going to end, and just leave the new ones on there, the ones that are there. Right now, I only have 100 listings right now. That's it. And I have a starter store where I only get 100 free listings a month. But anything over that, there's a little savings by having a starting store. It's 30 cents per listing. So you get 100 free listings, and anything over 100 free listings is 30 cents. Let's move right along. eBay limits latest sales to just 3 brands. This came out March 21st, 2019. eBay is running a promotion giving shoppers 20% off on purchases on activewear, but is restricting the sale to just 3 major brands. eBay sent the email to shoppers advertising the sales event, which kicked off on March 21st and runs through March 25th. That's today, folks. If I get this video on time, hopefully you'll take advantage of it. And it says over here you can get the coupon. Well, I guess when you go on eBay's site. Sellers are participating in the sale at Adidas, Official, Reebok, and Official and Official Puma Store. Okay. Terms and conditions. This coupon is 20%. Discount valid from 6 a.m. And then Pacific time, March 21st, 2019, until 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. And on March 25th, today, which is today, 2019, a $25 minimum purchase is required from the eligible items sold by the sellers listed below. The coupon discount capped at a maximum of 150. Warranties and protection plans are excluded. Eligible sellers, Adidas, Official Reebok, and Official Office Puma Store. How to redeem the coupon. Shop for eligible items from specific sellers as listed above. Enter the coupon code in the redemption code field, JS40, and pay for your item at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time on March 25th, 2019. So I guess that could be a good thing. I'm not taking advantage of it because I don't need anything right now. But for those who are looking, go for it, folks. We're down to our last one. Hallelujah. Okay. There's quite a bit of windows open there. This one here came out March 21st, 2019. It says eBay adds Google Pay to manage payments. No PayPal yet. eBay is adding Google Pay to manage payments, which is currently optional for sellers as the marketplace transitions away from PayPal. Powering its payment processing, eBay already offers Apple Pay for mobile payments through managed payments. Okay. While eventually managed payments will be mandatory for some sellers, some sellers are resisting opting until eBay adds PayPal as a payment method, which is promised to do by July 2019. Currently only available in the U.S., eBay expects to add another geography to the program in July. I remember reading about this here. I think I did this once before on the reseller news. Again, I am not gonna, get involved with this right now. I don't know, again, if you guys have used this already, the Google Pay. If it's been rolled out, that's what it seems like already. I'm just gonna stick with PayPal right to the bitter end until they say, well, we're not gonna deal with them anymore. But for me, I like things just the way they are, So if you guys out there are using it and you're okay with it, drop it a link below and let us know what you think. And on that note, folks, I'm going to end this video. I'm just going to close out really quick. Well, that concludes the reseller news for March 25th, 2019. I hope you like the content and you come back for more. If you did like this reseller news and all my other videos I produce, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be updated as to when I post new videos out, please hit that bell notification icon. This is Rich Pasini signing off. Have a great day. Until next time, bye-bye.